these classic SNES co-op games, or like there was just like 20 or 30 different things. Super Mario 64, how many stars can you get without taking damage?
Yeah. Or like we had, each team had just like a dedicated pool of people just going like 24/7 on just grinding randomized gaming bingo cards, which just have a bunch of little goals like defeat a knight or slide down some ice or blow up a castle or whatever, and you have to play a unique game to use those goals. Like you can play each game once to get as many goals as you can on a card, but once you've used it on a card, that's it. It's locked away, and you just have to find a new game to beat any other goals. And that was, we had a bunch of people doing that. Just that, it was wild.
Sounds like.
Speaking of games, we've got another match coming up. So,
cool.
Thank you to you two. GG to Cyro. Thank you, Toss Fish. That was a really good match. And come back, watch some matches, join some matches. We loved having you.
Yeah, can I do a quick shout out real quick?
Absolutely.
Please do.
Can I get I want to do a shout out to Pieper for inviting me to Mystery Tournament. And a shout out to Becca Sets Fire, who actually was my first opponent and helped me set pretty much everything up and helped calm my nerves a bit for.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, shout outs to them. And Piper's match is coming up next. What perfect timing.
Yeah, I'm very excited to watch.
We'll have a fan out there.
All right, GG's.
GG's.
GG.
Pieper versus OneUp. I usually say OneUp 40. I don't know. That's the stream.
Yeah.
That OneUp streams.
I think just on Discord it's not. But regardless, both Speed Seasons player. Shout outs to TPC.
Would you guys like a third or
whatever you want to do?
Okay. I have time.
50% win rate on both players. Even Steven. Impossible to say who has the advantage.
50% is pretty good. I've seen worse. And this game is an interesting one.
I missed it. I have no idea what's even been drawn. I'm catching up now. And I'm turning on Rainwave so I can hear the music, the Glover music.
Yeah. This Glover music is strong. Love Glover. We're not playing Glover, by the way. A lot of people have played Glover, but
that's an interesting pick.
I know we don't do N64. But does Glover have a PS1 release? I think it might.
I don't believe so.
I could totally see Glover ending up in FunFest.
Oh, it does. There is a Glover PS1 release.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big Glover fan, so I don't know if you want to go toe-to-toe with me on Glover trivia.
You gotta love the glove.
Wait,
gotta love the glove. That's what I say. I got that on the back of my car. People get the wrong idea sometimes, but it's related to Glover.
A lot of people honking at me at red lights.
Yeah. Who knows what they're talking about? But
apparently the PS1 version was put out by Atari.
Okay.
Which is not true for the N64 version.
I can't claim credit for You Gotta Love the Glove, by the way. That comes from an advertisement during a pretty major at the time WWF event, and it pops up on the screen. It's read out by none other than JR, I think, doing the ad read
Yeah,
Glover, you gotta love the glove.
yeah,
That's so good.
it's really good.
Very
So-
surreal.
Do you remember when there was the Smash 4 poll to like who you wanted in Smash? I did submit Glover for the Smash 4 poll, and that was the only person I submitted. We've got a game, and that game is Prince of Persia and the Forgotten Sands on the PSP. This is not Prince of Persia and the Forgotten Sands, the console version. This plays very differently.
Yeah, that game. That's a really good game. That Prince of Persia game. You would think, I don't why. Prince of Persia has been dead for a while, right? But the GameCube one / I think they brought it to other consoles later, but I think it was GameCube first.
Well, you might be thinking
And
of
it was-
Sands of Time.
Sands of Time is what I am thinking of.
So
What's Forgotten Sands?
Sands is just later. They kept that franchise going, and at this point, PSP, so we're in like PS3 era of games, and this is like a 2D side scroller version of this game that was ported to the PSP. For like the GBA and the DS, there are a lot of games that people just made with the same title twice in a totally different way for portable stuff, but I don't think there's a lot of PSP stuff like this.
Still not following you, because I remember Prince of Persia had the trilogy stemming off of Sands of Time. There was Warrior Within and Two Thrones. And then they did a reboot, which I think they just called Prince of Persia. And so people would put the number after it, and you had like a
Yeah.
big scarf.
So Forgotten Sands was on the PS3, 360, and Windows, and then they made this sort of version that for the DS and the PSP that's a 2D side scroller.
So is the one I'm thinking of this one then? The one that I thought was just Prince of Persia?
Let's figure it out. Let's look
How
at
many
the Prince of
Persia
Persia.
games are there?
I do not believe so, but
Okay, so the Prince of Persia series. We've got Sands of Time, Warrior Within, Two Thrones.
Yes.
That's like the reboot trilogy.
No, there's a later reboot after that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prince of Persia. With the big scarf.
Okay.
That's the one. Then
Okay.
after that, in 2010, was the Forgotten Sands. This came out in 2010.
Gee, how many
This is-
times have they reboot this franchise?
This is one of the latest retro games we're gonna play. This is like pushing the limits of what you could even call retro. A PSP game in 2010 is kind of wild, actually. I feel like it's a
Yeah.
little late. It's
That's
not
awesome. Is this the Jake Gyllenhaal movie tie-in game?
it might be, but the
oh my
movie.
God.
I think there is a different movie tie-in game though.
Well, we're out of time to research the Prince of Persia. The race will be starting shortly.
All right, let's ride.
Pacement's pretty minimal here.
Yeah, this game is not super difficult, so it's gonna come down to subtle optimizations. You gotta not make mistakes.
There isn't much to show, really.
Light orbs are currency for upgrading. Once you unlock that feature,
What do you want?
you can get a larger health bar or new combat moves.
And then the
Like
pace
parry
pin
and a
specifies
charge
what
attack.
the first two combat moves are.
Why
Yeah.
should I trust you?
If you wish to defeat your foe, you have little
I think I got both because I never took damage in fights. Like the game just wasn't very hard,
Yeah.
so I got the combat moves rather than the health.
I just want to point out, if you look at the Prince's sheath here, he literally cannot unsheath his sword.
Excellent.
These strange
very true.
orbs pulse with magic. What are they?
We've got the wall run.
like this is
They're getting on that pretty quickly.
it binds
OneUp with an early lead here.
together.
Successfully doing this jump the first try. It's gonna come down to little stuff like this. It's gonna be about strong play.
Please follow.
I kind of want that to be a quote or something. It's gonna come down to strong play.
Yeah, I've got that. That says
And-
that right next to "You Gotta Love the Glove" on the back of my
Yeah.
car.
In this game
This is
specifically,
getting
unlike
starting
all
kind of a
other
kinky
games.
car. Let's reset everything about my car, and we'll move on. It's gonna come down to who wins first. So true. We've got a lot of acrobatic. The flow of this game is pretty smooth. I think this game controls well. I like it.
A whirlwind.
It looks a lot like the same sort of Sands of Time that would eventually go on to kind of inspire like even like Assassin's Creed, like that sort of auto-runny,
Yes.
your character knows what to do on surfaces sort of thing.
It is like that, but it also felt like I had some agency with what? With, oh, you want to go down there.
Who or what are you?
It was like, why would you like work so hard to get to this ledge and then for some goodies, I guess. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't mean it in a disparaging way. I mean it more as like a triumph of both those games and maybe this game and Assassin's Creed, that it just so effortlessly lets you move around these environments.
Sands of Time is an interesting... it's easy to remember Sands of Time being really, really good. Another good friend of Piper's and someone who's in the chat right now, Tapioca, is playing through every GameCube game. And they played Sands of Time, and it's okay. It overstays its welcome. There's a bit... It gets a little heavy in combat, and this game has some combat too. Which is
I
interesting.
remember that, yeah.
It's going to be important to optimize the combat. Players should, in some of these fights that they're going to have to experiment a little bit, and figure out what the fastest way to defeat these enemies is.
You are close. It is a portal to another
If it was me playing Sands of Time, you would do the thing where you run up the guy's face and then vault over him and then slash him in the back.
If I remember
Over and
correctly,
over and over
that's
again.
exactly the fastest way here. It's really similar. It's like a parkour style move like that. Oh no, OneUp started the run during the cutscene. I wonder what's gonna happen here. A death right there sucks because it redoes the cutscene. Ooh, Piper did a crazy thing.
That cutscene is super long.
Yeah.
Like, this is devastating. The lead is long gone.
We're gonna step back to OneUp, and he's halfway through the stage already.
Yeah, he's playing right now.
Off camera.
Oh, he did! He made the jump!
Incredible off-screen gameplay from OneUp, doing everything that he can to keep pace.
Yeah, he's like only 10 seconds behind now or something.
Yeah, my time is actually 5 minutes different from the other testers, so I mean, there's clearly time for some variance. It's just sort of... It felt to me like this is more about optimizing than not losing. Ooh, OneUp jumped down there twice now. No! OneUp!
Oh, boy.
Alright.
Piper with a long fall, that's no good. And then it snaps you back into gameplay immediately. So Piper was just kind of holding right during the fall, and then after the reset was holding right and walked out of the room, and that's enough to get completely evened up.
Yeah, we're having some falls here. Here's our first fight.
Just immediately the exact same combat scenario plays out on both sides of just give it to this guy in the corner.
Incredible swordsmanship.
And that's not bad, but there's like, I think it's a charged hit or something. Let me see what the pace bin says.
Follow you no more without answers. Who is this enemy that threatens my family?
Or is that the first thing you buy is the charged hit? Second is a charge attack. The charge attack is good. Pacebin says both can be useful. And I think after doing that fight, I don't know, hopefully that tells the players, I don't need health.
Right, yeah, that guy was pretty helpless.
Yeah.
You do need damage, though, because your attacks were not doing much damage, right? Like,
exactly.
That wasn't even like half his health.
There's a lot of dialogue in this initial stage. There's less as we keep going. And the goal is beat the first boss, and for the life of me, I could not tell you who that boss is. So, we're gonna see. Oh, my wife remembers.
and she's not gonna tell us.
She's telling me it's like she says like it's like some sort of troll outside of a pyramid.
He's like 5 times your size.
He's 5 times your
goes
size,
left and right.
and he goes left and right. I'm ready.
Got it.
I'm ready
So
for the big
classic.
left and right boss.
Classic Prince of Persia gameplay, then.
You're gonna see it right.
No, I
Still
believe
a
you. I don't
close
think you're wrong.
race.
Life system. Now we have health.
Right, so earlier in that first fight, if we took 1 hit, you'd be dead.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I remember the boss now. We'll see it when we get there.
Enough description.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice,
OneUp
okay,
kind of
so-
dialing in now. You want to run up the wall, then jump off, run up the next wall, then jump off again.
So my yeah, and there's the watering fountain that heals you and where you can spend the upgrade points, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I remember foregoing it at least once, saying I don't need to do the upgrade points. I think it makes you drink from it this first time.
It is kind of like a lengthy cutscene to get healed too.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, one I'm
That-
taking
that
some
is-
damage.
That
Oh,
is
the
one
grab
thing,
and
like,
throw. That's what it is. The grab and throw is good. It tells you how to do it up and yeah, there it is. That's like, I remember that being strong.
Close, but truly, you make it hard to resist.
We've got the ultimate Prince of Persia cutscene. I can't imagine what this game looked like on the DS.
It glows from within.
That is the prison where my sister is trapped.
We must free her.
I guess there's a story happening in this game that I'm
Yeah,
just
who-
now
who knows?
appreciating.
But yeah,
So
that was
these
like
are
kind of the
all
fake level 1. And
unskippable
now there's a real
cutscenes.
level.
Than I had ever imagined.
Yeah, there would be a pastebin note or something if you could skip these for sure.
And I'm sure they're pressing everything.
Your touch tells Ayuri we are here.
I guess this was the era where Ubisoft is to go in the hole.
Whoa, oh no!
What happened?
Piper, in a desperation to skip the cutscene, accidentally activated a menu, a emulator menu option, including the speed up,
Oh, and
which has sped up through the unskippable cutscene. Can't even figure out how to turn it off. Has finally done that now.
I guess we'll have to retime.
That's really unfortunate.
I mean, we know when they both started the cutscene,
Yeah.
so we know when they should both be in the next level. So we can do the math on that.
I felt out of place here. Alem told me it was her home, the ethereal
The
world.
emulator menu boss. Yeah, that's
My own
rare.
time. Except
Um,
this place was ruled by magic.
Yeah, now
They're
both
using
going through
PP,
this.
SSPP, and I think
Yeah, which
that
does-
emulator
it
we've
does
seen
put-
this exact thing before.
I know
Someone
it sucks. It
activated
puts
it.
fast forward on right trigger.
Oh yes.
What is the issue here?
Yeah, it's not jumping to that far wall. Can you
Oh, there we
jump
go.
and start wall running?
I think you just have to hold the jump button.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, so that he wall runs at the
Yeah.
end of it. Okay.
That tripped both of them up. It must be something weird.
yeah.
Ayuri kidnapped my sister and used her powers to siphon elixir from the
My first ever blind race input was accidentally pressing the PPSSPP fast forward button.
How do you get to her?
What a memory.
All right, here we go. Like cracks the fingers. Like here we go.
accelerate time.
You are disqualified.
This game's easy. And there's even a real accelerate time button in
on
this
the
game.
trigger.
On the
Okay, yeah,
bumper.
Vector forward.
So yeah,
That
you can
seems
press
dangerous.
you can press right bumper to accelerate time.
Oh.
You don't want to run into these. So these are just timed. You just need to wait. Yeah.
So you want to not speed it up until it's open. Like we've seen the
Yes.
players rush past the open thing for too long, and then it just, even at minimum speed, still gets to the door too soon.
Yep.
It happens again for OneUp. It's almost like you don't even want to speed up. Like it.
Yeah, later on, this is sort of teaching you the mechanic. It becomes a little bit more relevant, but yeah, you want to be really careful here because it will reset you.
Oh, I think OneUp might have held it for too long.
You don't have to stand on this thing, I don't think. No.
That just
So your
starts
little
it,
guy,
yeah.
your little like Navi fairy, just like goes off to a thing. I think standing on the switch just like sends it to a place and then it stays there. I forget how this works exactly.
Marble delivered for OneUp. Piper's got to do this whole thing still.
There she is. It's the Prince of Persia.
Wow.
I know. I never thought I would see it in real life.
You know, I didn't think I would say this, but I get it now.
Pieper has got to be careful here. This is costing a lot of time. All right, here we go. Here we go.
It's just the sort of thing. Oh, just held it down. Just kept holding it down. It's if you like miss a jump or whatever in a platforming game, you're like, ah, shoot, I missed that jump. But when you screw this up, something about it is just like, God, stupid little orb. Like, why didn't you?
Yeah, all I had
like,
to do was not press it. No. Okay. Okay, just don't even. Yeah.
Just let it go slow until it opens, because you're forced to wait for the next cycle anyway.
Yes.
Yeah,
like
I think
maybe the very last one you want.
It's only the final one where
you're right there when it opens.
Oh my god.
No! It's only the final one where you can actually save any time. So here you have a speed up and you're on these moving platforms, right? So you can sort of control the platform cycle. Hey, this is kind of like that Hello Kitty. We played a Hello Kitty game where you could control the moving platforms by hitting them with a hammer. We couldn't think of any other games where you can manipulate moving platforms. This one you kind of can. Just speed them up.
Rayman, that one. Legends? With the Wii U? You get your friend to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a thing you can do in that game.
All right. Pieper. Oh, my
Whoa.
gosh. Giving me an aneurysm.
This one is going to be
orb.
close, too.
I've never seen such a tense orb.
Is that also a bumper sticker on your car?
Yeah.
All right, send it through. But OneUp's got this pretty decent lead now, riding some
Absolutely.
dust geysers.
This is the only thing I would criticize. These dust geysers feel a little weird about like when you can jump out of them.
My sister Lamia and I are daughters of
But other than that, I think the control in this game is really tight.
temporal order. My domain is the present.
It does look like Cheeto dust.
As mortals do.
Oh, it's true. I did forget about him.
Future.
Those actually are the Forgotten Sands from my perspective.
Now that she is free, she will grant us her magic.
Wait, the Forgotten Sands are Cheeto dust? People forgot Cheetos?
I
Exactly.
would never forget
She is
Cheetos.
still weak from her ordeal. We must go
So
on
there's the
back
fountain. No attempts to make any
to the
upgrades.
world.
And you may need to unlock that. It may need to like tell you about it. I don't remember.
Look there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's an option. Like the only thing that can do
Sokoban
is
detected.
drink
We
it
don't
out.
have the emote yet, but we will. We will at some point.
It's a little bit deceptive how high up you can wall run and then grab a ledge. Sometimes you look at a thing and it's like, oh man, how am I gonna get up there? And you just jump up there.
So if you speed up these sand geysers, I don't know if this really makes a lot of sense, but they shoot forward further than they did before, and so no, you got to do all three of them one up. This is teaching you about target switching. Nice.
Still trying to go through the physics in my head. I'm like, velocity is distance over time, so if you were having the time, you would be increasing the velocity.
Yeah, I suppose. It's difficult to say how local time dilation would affect physics.
And turning these platforms into little nuclear bombs.
Ooh, Piper went
Oh,
a
no.
little bit of hubris there. Went a little early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is knocking this platform the other way, but it works out.
Saya needs to wall run over. Yeah, there you go.
Do a little jump for joy before you jump to the wall. Good stuff.
If I accelerate
So
the
do we know what the Mountain Dew he was falling in was, or?
That goes with the Cheeto dust.
Hmm.
Yeah. This is a gamer's den. So here, you actually do have to be kind of careful. You have to manipulate that sand while you're running up the wall. So you have to use a lot of buttons on the controller at once.
Yeah, I don't even know what the controls are to govern this little fairy.
push other objects.
Let's see.
I'm getting flashbacks to like Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, the claw method of control.
I guess it doesn't really tell you in the pace
the
bin. They just
stick.
pop up on screen. I think it's one of the shoulder buttons to make the fairy do its thing. I think it's R, and then you have to be pressing that at the right time while manipulating your character with the analog stick and the face buttons. So I mean, it's a lot to think about. I wouldn't say it's hard necessarily, but you do have to be able to do it while you're doing the platforming because you're too far away on the ground to be able
It's
to get to
involved,
these things. Yeah.
especially when you're doing it for the first time like this.
Yeah,
OneUp's
OneUp
got
not
it
making any
down.
mistakes here. And if you do, you fall all the way down. So, I mean, it's good to get this timing nice, and OneUp has it.
A dead end?
My father taught me that when no path appears, we must make our own. Perhaps
Blast this wall with the power of sand.
Yeah.
Follow your directions. Guide
There's a lot of
And then make
talking,
you
by the
do
way.
the 3 things again?
No, this is Pieper. This is a different... OneUp did it before.
Oh, is that far behind? Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Has missed a lot of jumps, has really... OneUp has a pretty significant lead at this point.
Yeah, you were right. It's all about optimization here. Like the little mistakes are really catching up with them.
Yeah. Not doing the throw, but is doing just fine. Those are pretty easy enemies. OneUp said, "What's over there?" Doesn't matter. Move on.
I think was trying to like climb up the vines faster, and then the jump button, instead of jumping up, just jumped way off the wall.
Oh yeah, you're probably right there. Very perceptive. Well, that time you could jump up the wall. Maybe just because there were vines to jump to.
Or it's like a up jump, or a neutral jump situation.
Mm.
Blind
you
jump,
do-
OneUp, falls too far.
But comes right back, so worse things have happened. We've got that nice sort of crevice you can stick your hands in, slide down.
Alright, Piper's turn for this left-right wall run sequence.
OneUp did a little bit of a speed... well...
Oh no, that's all of the extra chances underneath the health bar,
No!
so it's all the way back to the fountain now.
That's massive. Still ahead. But I mean...
In case that's unclear, underneath your health bar, you've got those 3 orbs, which are basically your redos, your chances for your memory to fail as you're recalling the story. And you go, wait,
Yeah.
no, that's not how that went. Wait, I didn't die to a buzzsaw. That's right, I remember now. I dodged
That's
it.
a really funny thing that Maurice has talked about, I think, before on stream. Where, like, picture him telling that part of the story. And
Yeah.
saying, no,
Fell
that's
to
not
my
right.
death. No, wait, hold on.
The prince obviously has just, like, significant mental degradation telling these stories. Because... imagine talking to someone and be like, and then I died, then I got eaten by a buzzsaw. It happened. Wait a minute, that couldn't have happened. I'm talking to you.
Not only that, but to keep going, and then I died to a buzzsaw. No, wait, let me back up. That's not right. And then I died to a buzzsaw.
Yeah, do it over and over. OneUp is doing that little optimization by dropping free and then grabbing back onto those. A little risky, but it worked out that time. 1 life down, though. Or 1 try if you're Mickey Mouse.
Knocked him up. What do you think? He's down there?
I don't think so. I think he's dead. Most of the fights are forced fights. Maybe that one wasn't.
I think he
Just
just
climbing.
took fall damage.
Nice,
All
Pieper
right,
making
section
it through.
complete.
To your world.
Pretty significant lead at this point, though. It's gonna have to do a lot to catch up here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a devastating lead before OneUp died to that
Yeah.
cliff that just kept resetting him right on this ledge, where 1 jump input would send him right back off the ledge again. R, enemy goes berserk.
Oh yeah, you
Took
can
out that
speed
other
up the
guy.
enemy. Does that make a lot of sense? I don't know. I never did it.
I mean, the enemy took out the other enemy, so...
Oh, okay, okay.
There's that same jump off the wall that Pieper just did.
I told you. Up in the top right, it said jump off the vines. Trying to like gaslight you. It's like, what do you mean? Why would you do that,
Jump
dude?
in the,
It's like you just
jump
told
in
me
the
to do
pit
that.
with like an arrow down. You're like, okay.
Only I hadn't touched
Oh, yeah, like
Oh, we
Pony
shouldn't have
Island or
shot.
something all of a sudden.
Unawares.
The past is like a trail
Alright,
that
OneUp has
devastates
extended the health bar, which, you know.
the wind blows it away. Do not dwell on your mistakes.
There we go. Going over to the Marshal. Or maybe no, didn't actually spend it. Oh, doesn't have enough. Has 58, needs 60.
Oh shoot. There's
Hard
1.
thinking.
There'll be another.
Do you go back after you get that thing? Does he? Do you? I don't know.
I
I
wouldn't.
think probably not.
No, well, I didn't. Because a similar thing happened to me. And
You are a true champion.
Yeah, so if you hit with the final hit of the combo, that's also really good. I think OneUp has forgotten about the circle button to throw, and that's really strong, because it breaks through guards as far as I could tell.
Well, that enemy didn't guard, so it just went ahead and died.
He didn't have the capacity.
Oh, these are sword archers. They have sword
Oh, do they
bow.
make their swords into a bow?
Yeah.
I don't know. Pieper is going backwards.
Yeah. Got a little confused.
I think Pieper like jumped down into this area and so didn't understand that you were supposed to go across the top and then safely come down here and then forgot or like just didn't know that that's why that's there. This stage element's beating up OneUp pretty bad. Well, that's kind of tight.
Oh. OneUp ignoring the switch. Brave choice, but the wrong one.
Oh boy, Pieper is just all completely mixed up. Here's the same sequence that kept getting OneUp.
Oh, Pieper doesn't see that there's a little crevice that you can climb down.
And it's back to this same fountain. That was the big major chance for Pieper to catch up. I gotta assume there's not too much more of this left.
I don't think so. My time was like 31 minutes or something. Well, maybe 35.
So, asking the big question, can you pull? You can pull.
This
You
is
can
Prince
pull.
of Persia. He can do crazy backflips. He can infinitely run up any 2 walls as long as he wants.
Yeah,
think
my time
you
was
can't
35:47. So 10 minutes,
I don't-
you know, at least, but
You know,
I guess not at least.
he might have torn an ACL somehow. I don't I don't assume.
So if you
That would
notice the
really-
little fairy thing, it like flies around these obstacles, and you can kind of use it to speed up cycles. You can't slow down the cycles, but you can speed them up.
So Piper has not found. I think it's like up and jump or something on these vines, and it's just not.
It just needs to go down
Connecting.
here. Oh no, up and jump. Yeah, I see. There we go.
There it is. Okay.
If only I hadn't touched that sphere, we could have taken Ihud unawares.
The past is like a trail.
Who among us hasn't
Eventually,
touched
the
a forbidden
wind blows
sphere
away.
that they really shouldn't have?
Dwell
I
on
hear
your
ya.
mistakes.
Nice one up. Deftly dodging these arrows.
Whoa,
Oh, maybe.
it's getting kind of fancy with it.
Good. Are they going to buy the 60 now that they have 66?
I'd hope so.
Not much of a fight, but then again, not
Piper
much
gets
of
the
a
knockdown, follows the enemy down, and then doesn't die. So then, like, saw this crack in the wall and was like, okay, well, this has got to be for something, but... Okay.
One
It's
up.
made it to the vines.
Correctly seeing that you need to extend this in order to catch yourself.
What is going on with the controls in this that is making it so hard for Piper to deal with these vines? You know, like, when my cat wants to jump on the bed, it takes her a couple times to, like, get the nerve up to finally do it. That's what I saw Piper doing on these vines. Has finally found the courage to make the jump.
It seemed like they were a little unsure what exactly they did to do the up jump the first time.
Okay, so one up sped themselves up, which I think is really going to cause an issue here. Okay. Can you switch?
What's the plan? What do we do?
Can you... No. Okay.
We die.
The palace is on the other side. We
So
must
I
find
guess
a way
you are
out.
supposed to push... I don't know. The jets push.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you have to push it down to the right and then...
Himself into a
Or to the
cloud.
left and then to the right.
He is not the only one
Then
who
you
makes
go to the
mistakes.
other... Yeah, exactly.
Allow me to refine elixir and
We've got it
then
now. Still hanging off, but you have to for this part, yeah.
I'm really glad you can't push it too far past the button.
I was just waiting for one up to just go flying off that door.
Piper did get the parry because they didn't do the health upgrade.
And here's OneUp's chance to buy a different upgrade.
Those spikes take all that time to go back into place.
I had a chance earlier and didn't take it.
slow us down, or just some rest.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's
you
just
went
made
into
the
that
decision not to
temple
bother.
to get rid of this river, and then now you go across the river.
Just OneUp just jumps on this guy's head right off the start of combat. Didn't even really do anything up there. Just sat there.
Fighting him Goomba style.
Watching as he reaches the globe. He counts us for the safety of his land.
Oh, nice parry from Piper.
That insults and arrows to
Nice, that's a new move. Oh no. No, not finishing the combo, I think is getting the... Oh, jumps on his head again. Goomba
Off the wall.
style.
I do also feel like he's forgotten about the berserk mode. I could be helping him with this.
Yeah, the throws as well.
Yeah, I don't remember really doing the parry, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Triscor says it's useful in the pace spin.
There's the throw. I think I only just noticed the prince is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal,
Who's that?
a voice actor.
You are a true champion.
Big time voice
For
actor.
the moment, at least.
The name does sound familiar. I just can't place.
He was the Johnny Young Bosch of his day.
can find a way to close it.
And then your interest was like, okay, who's that? Other voice actor.
Is he like an anime voice actor? Is he like the Tom Kenny of
Yeah.
anime?
I heard it.
Johnny Young Bosch is like Ichigo in Bleach.
Got it. He's the Vic Phenomena, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Johnny Young Boss is like the Nolan North of anime.
Okay. Got
There
it.
you go. What's Nolan North up to these days?
I have no idea. I think he topped out voicing 3 different characters talking to themselves in Mafia 3.
OneUp is getting beat up by this guy pretty bad. The health is very low. The health
Yeah.
upgrade was necessary to survive
Yeah.
at this point.
Actually, at this point, yeah. Oh no, it's dying. You got to do the throw. The throw puts him off guard, and it gives you a chance to get some free hits in.
Either do the throw or berserk the other guy to just...
Oh yeah,
Wail
I
on
totally
him.
forgot you could do that. The game did teach you. This is something we
And
run
then
into in
run
some
through.
games where you're only going to play this for half an hour, but like it throws a lot at you. You got to think about what's going on. It's difficult to keep track of everything.
Definitely.
You got to change selection there, Piper. There you go.
Oh, we're seeing the Berserk from OneUp. This is forcing this enemy who guards to not be guarding anymore.
Yeah, because they're too enraged.
Yeah, no, too angry to play defense right now.
Yeah, they don't have the wherewithal.
Gotta be careful though, because sometimes he just really quick shoots you in the face.
That's
You're
the
like, come on, do
downside of-
something, and he's like, okay. And he's-
Downside of just giving all your enemies steroids. You never know. Oh no.
Oh.
Piper got shot into other arrows. OneUp moving on to level 4?
Oh, you can just drop down there.
Yeah, I didn't
OneUp
think
did
that
such
would
fancy
work.
moves to avoid that fall.
I'm gonna say we're still one stage away from seeing the boss, seeing as the stage after this is the big square.
Oh, got it. Yeah, you're probably right.
There's like
So
a
yeah, these
mural here.
players are-
Oh, pull it.
Are taking some time here. You can get into a real good flow in this game though. You can really kind of get moving when you click with the controls, but there are a lot of them, so it's difficult to do.
Here's this sequence that took OneUp a couple tries. Piper's going too fast, I think. Needs to push this thing.
Oh!
Push!
Yeah.
Yeah!
That's a clutch first try. That's
Does
the
it-
kind of thing Piper needs to have any chance at mounting this comeback.
About as tense as not moving while on a moving platform can be. Oh yeah, you can push this guy off the ledge
Oh, man.
into the spikes.
The problems clown up there shooting you with the knives. You get, there's a gif of like it's like a husband
Whoa, what is
Who's-
OneUp doing?
whose
What
troubles-
are you doing, OneUp?
just jumps up at this guy.
Use your environment.
I can't explain. Just Google problems clown if you want to know what I'm talking
I'm surprised
about.
you could even jump up there.
Yeah, it definitely like auto locked on
Yeah.
to the guy. There it is. Oh, it's getting with the tag team combos.
the problems clown. Holy shit. This is really funny. It's a solid reference. I'm happy that I have that in my
definitely looking
repertoire
that up
now.
later.
What's wrong?
I am a creature of
Anyways, this section reminds me of a section in The Adventure of Little Ralph, everybody's favorite game. I guess that's kind of a deep cut to go when you're referencing something, but
Look, it's my favorite game,
oh, awesome.
maybe, sometimes.
Sometimes you have those moments where you realize like just what community you're in, that you can just be like, you know, Little Ralph, and everyone's like, of course.
I did give it in Gamesgiving, so it was
incredible.
played somewhat recently on stream.
That was a nice first try of that pole section from
Absolutely.
OneUp.
Oh, okay. All right. We're fine. There are those games where sometimes you can like do something and you're like, this is not what I wanted to do, but you can still sort of recover it and be like, okay, regroup. That happens to me when I'm playing Monkey Ball a lot. Just like do something and be like, this is not where I wanted to go, but let's give
You've
it a
bounced
minute.
across the map, but you're still on the map.
Piper making excellent use of the parries.
Yeah, and it seems to be doing pretty good. Probably not going to die on this fight like OneUp did. If
Yeah,
this
it
is the
takes,
same
like,
fight.
80% of their health away.
Oh, doing the
pretty
throws?
serious.
Yeah, you can throw
The
into
throws
the other
is-
enemies. That's why the throw is so good.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say the damage unimpressive on the throw,
Yes.
but the control grouping, these are important concepts.
Well, you push them both into the corner, then you're hitting them both at once.
That's
It
double
also
damage,
seemed
baby.
like throwing an enemy into another enemy made the second enemy take a lot more damage because that archer died really quick.
Two more of my sister's captive.
Now, even though with my wife's reminder, I do remember what the boss looked like, I don't remember if it's cycle-based or if it actually matters how much damage you're doing. My guess would be cycle-based because it's a game like this, and they just, like... Games where you actually have to damage a boss, I feel like, are... You don't see him as much, especially in this era, but we'll see.
OneUp having a lot of difficulty sort of reading where the ledges are and what you need to do to get to them in this section.
Piper's speeding up this log. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're like, man, this log's a problem. I got to interact with it to make it not a problem, and you just make it worse, and you're like, oh, okay.
Rolling right into the
And into this combat encounter,
yeah.
problems log.
There we go. OneUp is through that section. We get the fountain turns to blast the wall. Oh, yes. See, you control its angle with the switch.
You are a true champion.
Nice. Piper is faster at the combat encounters. I mean, that's just, I
Yeah.
think, at this
Much.
point, it's just a fact, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oof.
So in this game, you want to hold your wall run until you get to the top and then jump, but it's like a little bit unclear when the wall run actually ends, and so was just waited a little bit too long to hit that jump button.
Yeah, Piper doing this section, but not as smoothly as OneUp was, so there's clearly a little bit more to this section than it looked like. OneUp made it look easy.
Yeah, it was the secret sauce is this jump up the pipe once you land
Yeah.
on it, and Piper's got it now.
Yeah, only a couple screens away now.
Ethereal world.
It's a good point. His name
no.
is Piper.
Enter.
He'd be excellent at pipe climbing, if anything.
There it will be safe. Should harm the
God, this stupid archer guy that just shows up.
Yeah, this guy.
Nice moves from OneUp.
It's almost like this is his game now. He's the focus of that screen.
He is the Prince of Persia.
I'm the captain now.
I'm a little surprised you can't like up or side jump to make passing these arrow shooters a little faster.
You
Yeah,
can
it's a
in
little
that
silly that
GameCube
they give you
game.
that section when you have no dodging capabilities on the wall. But it is true. Piper needs to jump up, and I don't think realizes that. You can just
Yeah,
go further
OneUp
up on that
struggled
wall.
with this section too.
There you go.
OneUp getting 1-2'd by the log.
I would
Oh,
say
it's gonna break off. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
That is a fast log.
You could probably
Well,
make it even
avoided
faster.
the log. Yeah, probably.
Oh man, one up is
another dead end.
just taking it. I mean, you've got
I
the
don't
you've got the
understand-
fountain right there.
So
The roll? Does the roll get you under without getting hit?
I
does.
would, yeah, I would think it would have to.
It doesn't automatically, but if you time it right, the roll will. Oh my gosh.
Okay. You got to time your jumps just right.
this log rubber bands. The log is rubber banding.
That would make sense in terms
There
of
we
what
go.
I'm seeing.
Oh no! The wall is strong. The log is stronger than the wall.
Jumps off, accidentally hangs down, but then jumps off of the wall.
Oh, it hit him.
Wait, what?
It hit him.
No
on the way.
way.
In the
What?
cutscene.
He caught the ledge and then it killed him in the cutscene?
That's my interpretation of what has happened. I don't know.
That was a hit screen. That was a hit flash.
Ain't no way. I can't believe the cutscene death. That's insane. This game came out in 2010, folks.
Wait, does that mean he has to get through this without being hit by the log? There he goes. He done it.
Yeah, there's the roll.
Yeah, the log does half damage. No, you can make the jump, but OneUp was already hanging on the ledge, and so couldn't make it from hanging.
Pieper on the wall with the bow guy. I think this was the section before the one that OneUp is on.
There we go. This time made the jump. Cutscene.
And you
looked
can
far more
jump around on the
triumphant.
walls. And
Oh my
fast fall
gosh.
down the walls. Piper's going crazy.
That's insane.
Wow.
That's made up some time. If Pieper can one-shot this log section, which I mean I think is reasonable, it's going to come down to this boss. And I don't really remember how it goes.
Is it going straight into the... it's going straight into the boss. Okay.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, he's just got like a... He's got a dumb little face. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely is
I
a
guess-
big troll.
You
It's
thought he was
scarier
Oh
if
gonna
you
stop
yeah,
fire
fire.
you gotta
bullets, I
go
guess.
up. This is weird. So you can actually really speed up this fight. Where he hits you, he creates a tornado that you can use to gain height.
Oh,
And
that was off screen.
yeah. So he'll find that eventually, but using the tornado closer to the switch in the middle, which you need to use to get him down to do damage to him, is... I mean, because you can get there from over here, but look how far away you are from the switch.
Okay. And then, it
Then
just
you gotta
shoots
go
him in the
down there
back.
and fight him.
Go get him.
Go down there and hit him. Hit him. Fight him.
It's the log section for Piper. Misses one jump, catches the ledge.
What up? What are you doing? He hit him with the arrows again, which was funny, but it wasn't the answer.
You just gotta hit him with
Oh.
like 12 more arrows. It's fine.
I don't know
No,
if that was an accidental left input from Piper or if it was like, oh, I'm gonna let it roll past me and
think that's
get down
reasonable
here
to
to
try.
safety.
But
It is reasonable, which is why it didn't work.
Yeah.
All right, damage to the boss being done by OneUp.
Yeah, that's that's some damage.
It's a lot.
Oh, but got just killed.
My goodness, that was exciting.
There's the cutscene jump from Piper. It's the end of the level.
Very different views of what that word means.
So if something bad happens to OneUp, like just gets
Damn.
completely pancaked, still has those two bars, two orbs underneath the health
Swatted
bar.
out of the air.
This could be
Yeah, that's
insane.
really
This could be the
savage.
comeback of the century right here. Right after
Yeah,
the
so-
comeback of the century.
The reminder is that Piper, or I guess OneUp gets a little bit of extra time
Oh, that's true.
due to that fast forward incident. Though I mean,
Down your giant like a tree.
like Piper waited so long to begin playing, it might actually barely be anything.
Yeah, we'll have to review the footage.
OneUp is pancaked again. This is the
Yeah,
final
that-
health bar.
That combo is nasty.
Yeah, rolling is what does it. You roll and you don't get hit by it, but OneUp hasn't been rolling much.
Found a safe spot on the wall that was kind of working out.
There we go.
Piper getting it immediately.
Oh,
Going to the switch.
no, go to the switch. Well, I guess you've got to lure him into the area where he's going to actually get hit by the arrows. You want to do it as close to the middle as possible so you can be there, though.
Just based what I'm seeing on Piper's screen, it's pretty unclear. what the game wants. I know because I watched it on OneUp.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now go down there and fight him. Yeah,
Okay.
Pieper immediately fighting him.
Yeah, he has to be hit multiple times by the arrows.
Not even close to
OneUp
the
getting
amount of damage.
slammed. Look at the damage, the difference in the damage
Look at that,
Pieper
right
dealt
to the
versus
switch,
OneUp.
right to the fight. Oh, the combo
There
finisher
we
is
go.
massive.
Okay, it is a cycle. I have
This
help. He
could
does
totally
pick it
be a
up.
comeback. This is crazy.
And
The
yes,
most iconic boss fight in video game history. Everybody's favorite guy.
I mean,
Big
he
guy
really is a
with
big
big
troll
fist.
that goes left and right.
Yeah.
yeah, that is it. That is all it is.
Oh,
No, Pieper
didn't
got off the
wait long
switch
enough.
too early.
I feel like OneUp is going to he's going to be stopped at half health.
I don't think
On this
OneUp can
next
one
one.
OneUp
cycle
got
this.
hit by the arrows coming out of the wall on the way down to hit the boss. Hoisted by his own petard. Both players, the halfway point is forced. You kind of have to stop dealing damage when you hit that
Yep.
point. So that's where they both are. Pieper much lower on health.
Trying to bait out the yep.
Okay. Oh,
The
walked
back
right into the
swing.
fist.
Pieper didn't pick up the extra health, correct?
He's correct, yeah. This is crazy.
Not
close.
sure if it even makes a difference.
I mean, if OneUp took a backswing and full health, he might survive.
Okay, that's a good place for the thing. The guy needs to
Pretty
be
sure I
moved.
saw OneUp do half a health bar in one go.
He did. And Pieper did as well.
Oh boy. Pieper cannot get hit again. That's it, isn't it? It's not.
Nope.
Oh, they're not rolling.
But that is.
So
And
Pieper
OneUp-
is a little better at dodging the slams. Oh no, OneUp figured it out. Okay.
With the last health bar. Gets caught. Double slam. It's done.
We are neck and neck now.
Oh my gosh. Do you believe in miracles?
I feel like both players know everything they need to know to beat the boss.
Yeah. That black telegraphs where the column is going to be, by the way. Pretty clear, but I don't know if they've realized that yet. Okay, that's the halfway point. This is fast.
Yeah, so you don't want the tornado to be in the center. You want it to be offset so that he's in the arrow zone.
Yeah, that seems more important than getting to the switch a tiny bit faster. Oh, he read Pieper's roll there.
Input reading.
Yeah, this is like Sanrio
Jeez.
Smash Ball. Reading the Prince of Persia like a book. Get out of there! Oh
Three
my
health
gosh!
bars just disappeared for Pieper. It's like I need to do something else. It's going to the wall, and does find safety there.
That is smart. Like, if you get hit on the wall, like, he can't follow up.
Here we go. Be careful, okay?
This could be it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the final. Oh, no, no. It's at
Oh,
least a
God.
3-cycle fight.
It stops
No!
you early.
Ah, get out of there!
OneUp going up to hit the halfway point.
Don't go on
changed
the
its
left
attack
wall. Get over here to
mechanics.
the right. This is better. Okay. This is fine.
I like Pieper moving away from the boss and then crossing in front of him like this.
Yeah.
Just spending as little time in front of the boss as possible.
They seem to, unless this is a forced stop, they're both on the final cycle of this fight.
Yeah, OneUp skipped over the halfway point, so my intuition about how this fight works is wrong.
Oh, interesting.
He did?
It looked like
I
a
thought
forced
it-
stop to me. I am with you
Yeah.
there.
But it
Oh,
didn't-
really far away though, so you have way less time. But
Very
no.
This- Nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because if you can't get the combo finisher,
That's a 4-hit slam.
this is intense.
There's the tornado.
five.
What's OneUp gonna get done on this phase?
Pretty close. Good.
No.
Oh!
Not enough. Piper's turn.
Oh, right there. Oh, but are they? Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, right
It
there.
hits.
No. What?
No.
Oh, incredible!
What? Is Piper
Unbelievable.
Is OneUp restarting the fight? Oh my gosh.
OneUp is at the beginning of the fight.
That's the beginning.
If
of
Piper
the fight,
can get any more damage, will win the match.
But also, if he gets tagged once, it's over.
You roared. I think that's the fist coming next. There's the tornado.
Oh, really
right
far
in front
away.
of the darts.
He can
Go,
do
go,
it.
go, go,
There
go,
it
go, go.
Done.
There it is. Wow.
Well, that's one way to open a door.
And probably too quick forfeit right afterwards from OneUp, considering the retime.
Oh,
Another
Wow.
prison. And another collector. This time I think I'll keep my hands off.
It looked so
OneUp is
bad for
done.
Piper. Back when he was screwing around on the vines and like going backwards, I thought it was over.
It's just a lesson for the people at home to take away. No matter how bad you feel you're doing, never give up.
Absolutely. That was a match right there.
So we'll see if they want to come in and chat. Sometimes I find the players that are down in the trenches just like doing what they're doing have absolutely zero sense of what it was like to watch the match. Like we had a hell of a time watching Some Girl versus Hopscotch. And then they came in and we were like, "Oh my god, how did you feel about it?" And they were like, "No, this game's not very good, man." Like, so I don't know what headspace these two players are in.
It is.
I would say in
difficult to
general this
tell,
game
though.
is pretty forgettable, but it made for a really good race. There was a solid race for sure. It just shows how this format really kind of revitalizes, or just vitalizes in the first place, certain games.
Yeah. It can be very hard to control sometimes. Very hard to tell how things control. By the way, hello, Piper.
Hello.
This
So
was
this was
so
a comeback.
close.
Nice. I figured I was behind. That wall puzzle confused me for a little bit.
Wall puzzle. Is it even a puzzle? Like, what
the
was going
orb.
on?
Not really. It was just like I didn't realize what the timing was. I thought it was like based on where I was in the room, but it was just a time based. And then once I realized that, I was like, oh. But I kept messing it up for like 5 minutes or so.
Is
Yeah,
that?
it was
Are we
a-
talking about the same thing? The part where I'm thinking about you started like going backwards for a little bit.
Oh,
I was
no.
talking about the when you first get the time thing, you had to like guide a ball through some like.
Oh
gate or
yes, yes.
something.
Right, yeah. We did see that.
And yeah, I got lost in one section for a while. I couldn't, cause I was trying to like go up, but it wouldn't go up for some reason.
Yeah.
You had to hold up and jump instead of just jump. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was just a weird orientation. Like sometimes you'd have to hold right and jump to go up, and then sometimes it was up. to go
Yeah,
up.
yeah. This is what we were just talking about. Like, it can be kind of hard to see, just tell by watching, like how the game controls and how that's affecting like you guys when you're playing it.
Yeah, so eventually I just did like up and right every time, or up and left, because I wasn't sure.
The
Well, it
big
worked
comeback point was obviously the boss, because you were both there for quite a while, and that's where you made up time. Like, ended up just pulling ahead, but you were a lot faster at the fights. OneUp took a lot longer in each of the fights, and so you kind of was slowly gaining time as you went through those.
Yeah, that boss fight was kind of nerve-wracking, just because if you got hit, it felt like, yup, you're dead. And it was very slow.
I mean, literally, like if he got you once, he got you 3 times, and that was your whole health bar.
Yeah, the combos were definitely out there. It's like the only thing that seemed safe was like if you're on the right wall specifically, he can't follow up because he goes from left to right.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then I guess, yeah, like you said, during the fights, I guess I started throwing the other enemies into each other, and I guess that helped.
You also used the parry a fair bit, which seemed very strong.
Yeah, so the pastebin said you can spend resources to upgrade your health or get new attacks, and you opted for attacks.
Yeah, I got the parry, but I never got enough for the second one. I think I needed 90 for it, and I just got... I think I was close, but yeah.
Is that like the charge attack or something? I believe I heard.
Yeah, that was what it said.
So, like, what was the thought process behind the decision? Were you just like, I don't need this health, or what?
Yeah, I felt like we had a lot of health anyway, so I was trying to get the charge attack, but like I said, I didn't get to it, so I just had the parry. I felt like I didn't use it. I mean, I did block a couple times, but I didn't like really notice any difference, or like if I was actually parrying stuff, but...
It looked like you were to me. But maybe it was just, that's just what blocking looks like. I don't know. We didn't see too much. The enemies are not too keen on attacking, or maybe it's more they don't want to block. So if they're not blocking, then you should probably be hitting them instead of blocking yourself. So we saw a lot of aggression on enemies for the most part.
The little bit of manipulation with the one of the bow guys where you kept making him angry to make him stop blocking and then smacking him, I felt was very, very clever.
Oh yeah, I totally did that as intended. That was the plan.
It looked like you were tapping it and then attacking afterwards.
Yeah,
what was the plan? If not that?
Of course, yeah. I did think about that towards the end. I was like, oh, that's probably what I should be doing. Because I was doing it to, like, block. Like, I guess. In my mind, that was the block.
Oh, that they can roar and stop attacking you. Okay.
Maybe it's like Elden Ring or something. I mean, it's a block in Elden Ring or something.